What is up, ladies and gents, Noah here, and welcome to another Payday 2 video. I am so excited for this one. A couple of days ago, it was my girlfriend's birthday on the 31st of August. It was her 21st, so it was a big one. Pretty occupied by that. I come back home a couple of days later, and what do I see? An absolute storm has come to both Payday 2 and Raid World War 2, and this is so exciting for me. I have not yet played either Payday 2 or Raid World War 2, because Raid is of course now in a closed beta, but an open beta for all PC Payday fans, which is awesome. And so I thought I'd start things off just by going through the site as I usually do. All 3 days of the Aldsones Heritage update are out, so we can go through each and every one, and I will do my best to give you all the details for those who, like me, have also been living under a rock for the last couple of days. So starting things off, we could watch the trailer. I imagine most of you have already seen this trailer. I've spliced it together in the past in my Raid World War 2 news videos, so those of you interested in that will have already seen it. If by some chance you have not, link to not only the webpage is going to be down below, but also to the trailer itself. So let's start things off with the World War 2 weapon pack coming to Payday 2. So the way the website's been done this time is a big improvement. I think they've done a really good job of sort of space management, and oh, thank God for a volume slider at long last. Really pleased to see that. But yes, starting off with weapons, I really like the way these work. They move into each other essentially. It's all free DLC stuff. So starting things off, we have these really cool looking push daggers. They are a pretty simple standard melee, but you will need to pick these up. Everyone will get this from the get-go. You do need to pick them up because I believe they're necessary in order to unlock the Parabellum pistol, which actually has some really meaty looking stats to it. That high concealment value on what is a fairly high damage pistol. Really very good looking weapon for Payday 2. And once you've killed 10 enemies, like I said, with the push daggers, you will unlock this one. Now, after you kill, I believe, 50 enemies, yeah, it's 50 enemies with the Parabellum pistol, we unlock, of course, the famous MP40 SMG, which has very standard SMG stats, unfortunately. Not going to be the sort of overpowered machine we saw back in Call of Duty World at War once upon a time. But yeah, I do like the way these are actually just, you know, come with little unlocking challenges. Obviously, it won't be overly difficult to kill 50 enemies with the pistol, but, you know, the fact that they're not locked behind any sort of paywall and instead just little challenges, it's a nice thing for Overkill to do to support the early closed beta release of Raid World War 2. So finally, once you've killed, I believe, 100 enemies with the MP40, we unlock the Gallant rifle. This is going to be the sort of standard semi-auto rifle we have seen in the past in Payday. Again, the stats don't particularly scream out to me, though it does look like a solid weapon. And I think everyone's a massive fan of the M1 Garand that I believe it is based off. And then finally, we have another melee weapon, the knuckle daggers. I believe they're the exact same stats as the push daggers, but they, you know, they look cool. And all you have to do to unlock that, so again, open to everyone, is to join the Raid World War 2 group on Steam. And if you've not done that already, get to it. Free weapon for Payday 2, whether you've got an interest in Raid or not. So there we go, there are the brand new weapons coming out to Payday 2. Some interesting ones if you ask me. This is the link to join the community if you guys are interested. Again, you unlock a free melee weapon, and this is about Raid's beta access. So for those of you who do not know, I have alluded to it already. If you have Payday 2 purchased and installed, I don't actually know, you don't have to have it installed, you just need it purchased in your Steam account, you will automatically have access to the Raid World War 2 beta. It's not a tiny beta, it'll take a little while to install, but it is definitely worth a try. From what I've seen from other people, I personally have not actually yet sunk my teeth into it. I cannot wait, trying to get this video done as quickly as possible so I can do, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys on there, because I am very excited to see a new lease of life into the sort of Payday-esque franchise. Really very exciting. So that's it for day one. That was excitement enough for me. I believe it was day one that the closed beta actually did launch, at least quite late on the 31st. Then we had day 2, and this also comes with some awesomeness. Now, of course, this update is Aldsones Heritage, and Aldstone is, of course voiced by John Cleese, who is going to be Control in Raid World War II. So they of course had to do a crossover with this voice acting talent. So yes, of course, he is some sort of relative of our Butler.
If you believed his stories, you'd think that my Gramps and his raid gang won the war single-handedly. They couldn't possibly have done all the things he claimed, could they?
I love his voice acting. So as you can see, yeah, Control is his grandfather, and that all sort of works, you know, into the chronology of the whole thing. I'm not going to get into it all. I think that's quite interesting, and it's a funny little tie. And again, more use of John Cleese. Love it, love it, love it. Then we have a bunch of things to show off. So I want to show this off in the right order. We have World War II armor skins safe, which is interesting. Safes were once upon a time some of the least popular things ever to be added into Payday 2, but with the addition of customizational armor and equipment we are seeing in Raid World War II, we also get armor skins for Payday, which I think really has been a long time coming. In fact, there's been tons of mods for these in the past, but these official ones look really sweet. We got this Russian camo, German camo, British paratrooper, my personal favorite, the Sherman tank, the bomber jacket, the Navy Admiral. I believe that is it. There's 6 brand new armor skins that are obtainable, of course, in free safes, which is really cool. I'm going to shoot back up to the top again. Because it's also worth noting that there is now an armor workshop as well as a weapon workshop, so you guys can submit your designs to the Overkill team, which again, really cool. I was always really excited for the addition of workshop to Payday 2. It was a game that was just begging for it. Let's have a look at the masks as well. I think they're just down here. I really like this. This is the first set of masks we're getting in Payday 2. There's another set given in Day 3, but as you can see, German officer's hat. They've obviously gone a little easy on the swastika there. The survivor's pilot hat, the trophy helmet, and a proud Polotka. I might have said that wrong. I do apologise. So those are the masks added in Day 2, and one final thing to show off from Day 2, I believe, is these brand new weapon skins from the World War II safe. Now, I am a huge fan of this. I think this might be my personal favourite safe. I do like, you know, the World War II theme. I think that might be why I was so excited for Raid. But as you can see, even the commons look pretty nice. I think this flamethrower front uncommon is absolutely unbelievably good looking. Really love the design on that. Also a big fan of this one. In the rares, we have this pretty nice looking skin for the GSPS 12 gauge. This one for the Gallant, of course. They're already giving us nice skins for the brand new weapons. Massive fan of the Freedom Fighter. The Epic, in and of itself, the only proper defense is offense. Really nice for the Chicago typewriter. They've picked out the right weapons for this. I don't think anyone can argue with that. And finally, our legendary, which I'll probably never see in my lifetime, is the Big Time Operator Cross Kill. I would kill for this skin. It looks beautiful. Maybe not in game. I'd kill in game. Really, really cool looking weapon. And for those of you who are not excited for Raid World War II, I think you're being fairly well spoilt for Payday 2. Moving on to Day 3 at last. This is today's update. We have some extra masks, which are really cool because these are, of course, the masks and designs we get for the characters within Raid World War II. We've got Sterling's beret, Kurgan's gas mask, Rivet's bandana, and Wolfgang's cap. And they're going to look really good in Payday 2 as well. We also have some weird little quip about Churchill and Control. Work close, at least according to the stories. Nothing was ever confirmed, but this burst was important to Control, as it was part of Aldsones Heritage. It's not much, but Control wanted Aldsone to have it for some reason. Really, really cool. And, of course, earlier today, we've just missed it, unfortunately. I caught the very end of it. There was an Ask Me Anything stream with Almir and Ilya, which was, from what I saw, definitely worth a watch. I'm hoping to catch up with it. I'm hoping it finds its way to YouTube somehow, because I did miss an awful lot of information I would like to have picked up to give you guys as far as Raid World War II is concerned. But of course, over the next few days, Raid World War II is going to be a priority. I do have some mod videos basically ready to go up for Payday 2, but Raid is going to be the priority for me. I really cannot wait to sink my teeth into the game, like I've already mentioned. I hope you guys are excited too. So for those of you who do not know, one final mention: if you own Payday 2 and you're looking at this video to see what cool Payday 2 World War II stuff is coming out, we have a full-on Payday 2 World War II game coming out in the form of Raid World War II. It's going to be a less than AAA full retail price. I think it's retailing for 26 pounds on Steam right now. There is also a special edition. I couldn't quite wrap my head around what I got for getting the special edition, but I'm sure we'll get more information on that in the future. Again, guys, give Raid a go at the very least if you're not a fan of it. Overkill and Line Game Line, Starbreeze, they've all been fairly good in the past in making sure if it is content that you want, you get a good chance to try it out. Take, for example, the DLC system we had in Payday 2. Obviously, it got a lot of stick, but I did quite like the fact that all heists were always playable for everybody. And again, we have it in what is going to be a really chunky closed beta for Raid World War II. Exceedingly excited, as I have already mentioned, and that is what I am off to do right now. Hope you've enjoyed this video, ladies and gents, and I will see you all in the next one.